Hello, John here from the Octave Music Center in Guelph, Ontario. I just want to take a few minutes and talk to you about Roland Digital Pianos and what makes them special compared to other manufacturers of digital pianos. You may have walked into a piano store and seen Roland Digital Pianos there and wondered, why is that piano a little bit more expensive, or perhaps a lot more expensive, than some of the other digital pianos that are there? There are a number of reasons that make Roland Digital Pianos a much more accurate acoustic piano experience compared to other manufacturers of digital pianos. In fact, they're the only digital piano that is recognized and certified by the Royal Conservatory for exam purposes. And the reason is because the Conservatory started to see that digital pianos are becoming very popular, people that are using them in their homes and that sort of thing, and they started to look into this and say, well, which of the manufacturers out there, or any of them, do they meet our criteria for an instrument that's going to respond musically the way it needs to in order to be able to play pieces that are at level 8 and 9 and beyond? And the only manufacturer they found that made pianos that meet those specifications are Roland Digital Pianos. And here's a little bit of why that is. First of all, let's talk about the action and the feel. We have an ivory feel to the keys, so it doesn't have a plastic feel. As well, the keys are of such a length that the fulcrum point on the key is not just right behind this piano. It extends farther back, so that if you're playing up here near the panel, you're going to have a much more accurate experience and be able to play in a way that feels much more akin to a grand piano. As well, Roland Digital Piano key actions have escapement. So as I push down lightly here, I reach a point where I find some resistance, and if I push the rest of the way, I get a bit of a click. And you'll find that on a grand piano. And you'll find that on Roland Digital Pianos as well. And what that is that's the jack on the inside of the action releasing and allowing you to play rapid notes in succession. And that's the purpose of it. So in this case, that has been recreated accurately on the Roland piano action, and you can feel that escapement. Okay, and it actually is physically in the digital piano action by Roland. It is also a jack that is releasing, just like it is on an acoustic piano. Okay. As well, we should talk a little bit about the overall sound of the piano. Each individual note on a Roland Digital Piano has been sampled. Many piano manufacturers will choose to sample a few notes at a time, let's say 5 notes. They'll just sample one of these notes, and then they'll stretch them to get the tones that they need, to get the pitch. In this case, every individual note has been sampled. As well, the attack on a Roland Digital Piano note, as you play louder on an acoustic piano, and I'm looking over at an acoustic piano, as you play louder on an acoustic piano, the color of the tone actually changes, and it's the same thing on a Roland piano. Some piano manufacturers will just sample a couple of different color changes, tone changes at different volumes, but in this case you get a seamless and organic change. As you increase volume, you get a change in color as well. Also, decay. As a note decays, you get that same color change on an acoustic piano, and that is recreated on the Roland piano as well. Many piano manufacturers, when they sample the decay on a note will decay from here to here, and then they'll take that sample and they'll reduce the volume of it, and they'll just use that same sample again. It'll decay from here to here, and then again. So the color change from the note is not organic, it's not accurate. In this case, as a note decays, same thing, it's an organic decay, it goes right down to nothing, and the color changes as it decays. So you get a much more accurate acoustic piano experience. Let's talk a little bit about the resonance of a soundboard. On an acoustic piano, if I play a note up here in these notes that are not affected by the damper, it's going to sound differently if I play that note with the damper not depressed, or if I push down the pedal. And that is recreated accurately on the Roland piano. That may not come through on the video, but one thing, let me try this. So I'm going to play a note with the damper down. Let me turn this up a little bit. I'm going to play a note with the damper down, and then I'm going to release it. And the note still sounds, but the resonance changed because as the damper came up or down, it caused all these other notes to no longer sympathetically resonate because of the sound of this note. That is the same as you would find on an acoustic piano. Roland has also designed the speakers and the cabinets on these so that sound is distributed and the samples are distributed, and your ear hears things where it expects to hear things. So the sound of a pedal is not going to come from the same place as the sound of a tone. The sound of the resonance of a note is going to come from a speaker that will allow you to have a complete organic acoustic piano experience, but on a piano that does not need to be tuned is much easier to move. Okay? I should mention too that the action on the pedals is progressive, which means as I push down, I start to get more resistance, just like I would on an acoustic piano. And obviously the action is graded with weighted hammers. There are actually hammers in the action, and they are weighted so that you get an accurate feel. The bottom line is playing a Roland digital piano is much closer to playing a grand piano than perhaps even playing an acoustic upright piano is. So you get a very accurate acoustic piano experience, everything from the feel to what you're hearing and where you are hearing it because of the different speaker configurations. You get a very accurate acoustic piano experience, and that's really what makes Roland Digital Pianos special. If you have any questions about Roland Digital Pianos, please come into our showroom here in Guelph, and we can give you a demonstration where you can really hear the subtle differences and feel the difference in the action, and we can compare it side by side to a grand piano in the showroom, and you can really see what makes these pianos special. As well, you can visit us online, theoctavemc.com, and thanks so much for watching.